Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this beautiful but cloudy Sunday morning? Well, the reason I say it's cloudy because it's cloudy. It's been very cloudy up here all morning long. And then it says it's going to be partly sunny, but I haven't seen like the real sunshine yet. Matter of fact, I haven't been out there, came back from the store. I just came back from the store, bought me some coffee and some creamer because I said I'm starting making my own coffee instead of getting Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And you know that little bit of stuff cost me $67. And I didn't buy no meat at all. But I think what got me was, cherries. I think that's 17. What? Oh, my. If I had known they were that much, I would have left them in the store, y'all. $17.20 for the cherries. That's what got me. That's the sucker. That's the one that sucked it to me this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is the bill so high? But I didn't ask the cashier. And so I'm coming home. I said, well, I'll check my receipt when I get up to the house. And I don't know if you can see it because it's so light. The printing is so very, very light. Let's see, cherries is right here. And the price is right there. Let's see, focus, y'all, focus. I don't know, it's not showing up, but that's a 1 and a 7. That's $17 and counting, $17.20. They should have knocked the 20 cents off, for goodness sake. Round it off to 17. Save me a dime or two. Why don't you? As much as I go to that store, you think they would have given me a break. I just can't believe the prices today. I mean, they've become so outrageous until you're scared to buy anything like, luxury. Like I bought me some, I call luxury. I bought me a watermelon, which I don't really call that a necessity. I bought me some cookies. I love these cookies. Let me show you these cookies, y'all. I love them. I think I showed them to you before. I love these bad boys. And every once in a while, I will break down and buy them. And the Girl Scouts, I think, used to make these cookies. I don't know if they still do, but that's what they remind me of. And I bought me some Stop and Shop brand creamy Italian. It used to be good, but I don't know about now, y'all. They're skimping on everything. And I bought me some Folgers. I didn't get the decaf this time. I said because the decaf is tasting kind of funny to me. Because I got some in the refrigerator that I never really used. And so I said I'll get a small can of the classic. And I got me some coffee mates. And what else did I get? I got Dole pineapple, 2 cans. Chunks. I eat them right out of the, I don't eat out of the can, but I just take them and just pour them in a bowl or something and just eat them like dessert, if you know what I mean. I'll eat that whole can. Maybe not at one time, y'all. But if I go back that second time, it's a wrap, okay? And I bought me a sandwich. I don't know what possessed me to buy this sandwich on a Sunday morning because I don't even know if it's fresh. Sell by 9/6. I wonder when it was made. That's my thing. When did they make this sandwich? Anyway, this is the killer, y'all, right here. Right here. This is the killer. And I bought me a watermelon, half a watermelon. It don't look all that great, but, I bought one. I bought a half. I don't know how much that costs. Let me check that out. It probably costs a little fortune, too. And I got some milk that I already put in the fridge. And, What else? Something else. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, let's check this watermelon out. Coffee mate. What? Ooh, my goodness. Pineapple didn't cost as much as I thought they were. They were $2.19. Where's the watermelon now? Oh, wait a minute. Ham half. What? That ain't no half a ham. That's a half a watermelon, you idiot. I think this is what they got down here. It says ham half, and oh, that was a sandwich. Okay, ham half. Okay, that was a sandwich. I'm getting ready to blow, y'all. Wait a minute. Cherries. I don't think I was charged for that watermelon because I don't see it up here. I don't see it up here, y'all. Extra, I see the gum. Wait a minute. Milk, whole milk. Italian dressing, 2 cans of pineapple. I don't know what that coffee made. I don't know what the other thing is right now. Extra something other. I don't know. I don't see watermelon. I don't see anything that looks like watermelon. You know, with all the abbreviations and stuff like that. Anybody got time for that? Anyway, I just pay for it as long as it don't look too unreasonable, which I should have questioned. I wanted to question this bill while I was at the cash register. But like I said, I didn't want to hold up the cashier because there was a line back there. Nobody was rushing me or looked like they was mad because I was in the line or anything. Matter of fact, the lady behind me, she seemed very nice. She was a young lady. She didn't look like she wanted me to get out of the way because I'm going to take my time regardless to whether they look a certain kind of way, roll their eyes at me. They can smack me on the butt if they want to. I ain't gonna make no difference. They ain't gonna speed me up. Do what they want to do. They ain't gonna speed me up. I'm gonna take my time. Hey, I paid for this. And I'm bagging my own stuff too. What? I gotta go and buy my groceries, then turn around, go to work? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Because the cashier always asks me, says, do you want a bag? Of course not. I got my bag right here on my scooter. And I have extra shopping bag inside of the bag. Which, if I need that, I'll put that on the floor of my scooter and pack the other stuff, in it like that. And so, hey, anybody got been looking at me funny. And what else did I say I bought? I forgot. But anyway, y'all, that's all I bought. That's all the excitement I had thus far today. And I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna go and get me a cup of coffee. But I said, nope, I'm tired of paying that because I think a large coffee costs $3 and something. I was appalled. Because I looked at it. I actually looked at the price, and I'll tell you, because I usually buy like a coffee and a donut. And I think that usually runs me around 5-ish. But it never occurred to me. How much is this stuff costing me while I'm running up there to Dunkin' Donuts? If I buy 2 cups of coffee, I've got a whole can of coffee right here. And my Mr. Coffee, he's sitting in there. He's probably getting rusty inside. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Coffee. But we shall see today. But I made some coffee not too long ago, but it didn't taste that great. That's why I say I'm going to try this, instead of the raw decaf. Oh, I do have creamer, and I couldn't get this, y'all. I thought I had thrown it out. Look at that. 2 huge cans of creamer. Not only do I have creamer, I got 2 huge cans of creamer. Huge, I tell you. I'm gonna put this bowl up. I hate that. It's clean, but I just left it up here because I didn't dry it out. This little baking dish came from my brother when he passed. I got some things from his house when he passed, and I had 2 of those. He had some pretty nice little stuff like this, and so I had gotten 2 of them. I got another one up here. It's buried up there somewhere, y'all. I don't know if you can see it. Because I very seldom use them. I use them like every now and then. And the reason I used this one was because I made that sorry meatloaf. Lord, that meatloaf must have weighed a ton. I cannot make for the life of me make meatloaf. The only person I know that could actually make a good meatloaf was my husband's mother. Well, I ain't gonna call her name because I don't think but she's gone on, she went on to be with the Lord. But she made the best meatloaf that I had ever had. It moist and everything. Now, I have made a meatloaf better than that bad boy I made this time. I made one better than that, but I've never made a great meatloaf. You know, you want to do that. It's so good. I ain't made that kind of meatloaf. But then, I think things have changed, as far as the hamburger goes and a whole lot of other stuff. That's why I don't hardly buy meat. As a matter of fact, I'm almost a vegetarian. Almost. But I do fish. And you know what? It's nothing tastes right to me. And ever since it seems to me when I first had that, but this has been a long time ago. I had a hernia operation. And, Lord, I'm telling you everything. I think I might have mentioned that before, that I had a hernia operation. And after I had that operation, I had gotten, what do you call it? I don't know if I got infected right after the operation. I'll say about a week after that. That's when I started getting sick from that, operation. And I started to, projectile, and I don't want to use that word. This starts with a V, but projectile, like spewing. And it was brown. And I found out later that it was bowel coming up. Oh my God. It was coming from my stomach, I guess. I don't know, y'all. The only thing I know, I didn't have a temperature. I don't think I had a temperature or anything like that. But it was, that new mesh thing they put on a hernia to patch it. Because I had a hernia. I had two little hernia, one sort of big one and a little hernia. And when I went into the hospital, that's when they had to put that tubing up my nose. And I was very vascular, meaning that I was bleeding when they tried to put that up my nose. And it was, ow. That's the way I was doing. You already know how I be acting. I overreact. Well, not really. No, I didn't. Because I heard another man, he was over there going, and he was a man. And obviously they were doing the same thing to him, giving him one of those tubes up his nose. And so they did that to pump my gut, I guess. Yeah, that's what they did because they had a big old thing over there collecting it. I only stayed in there like 2 days. Then they sent me home. But lo and behold, when they sent me home, everything, I couldn't take that. It's almost like that now. I couldn't take the smell of food, the taste of food, nothing at all. Oh my goodness. And so I told my friend, take me to KFC. 'Cause I love KFC. KFC was where it was at the time. You know, it was on. And I took KFC. He took me to KFC, and I was able to get some down. I said, no, I know I can't live without eating. And I would drink, drinking fluids and stuff like that. But food itself, it took a long time for my appetite to come back. Now here, I can eat sweets all day long, but that's not good. But meat, thank you, but no thank you. That's what my little grandson said, no thank you. Well, that's what his mother said. He said, no thank you. Well, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I was down to pump my stomach, and I lost my appetite and everything like that. And it's about like that, like now, And I did lose weight, but then it seems like I got to a certain weight. My body weight got to be about 200 and staying there for a while. I'm staying there. But one time I was about 250. I think when I first got on the YouTube community, I was about 250 pounds, y'all. A buck and a half. No, two and a half bucks. 2 bucks, 2.5. But, and so I'm not even excited about dinner. So that's why I had bought, let me put that sandwich in the refrigerator, speaking of what I'm going to eat today. Because, sometimes on Sunday, I usually try to cook a decent meal, to get the vegetables going and the starch and the mac and cheese. And here's what I had last night that I didn't even eat. These are fish sticks. Maybe I'll see how they taste for lunch. I had fish sticks, and I made the Idahoan mashed potatoes. Didn't even eat that. And at the same time, I've been and gobbled them up. The whole pack. You know how they come in that little pouch. You get the pouch and then Idahoan. And then you add, 2 cups of water and just add the pack of, the instant potatoes to it. To me, they're the best on the market. Instant ones, I mean. Other than the ones you make yourself. But to me, those are just as good as the one you make at home. They used to be $1 a pack. Now they're like no. I think they're 109 or either 129. They might have went up. You know how everything just goes up these days. Lord, let's say a little prayer for Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. Can you imagine not being able to bathe? Not being able to go to the faucet and get water to cook with at least? What do you do? And they got emergency people delivering water to them. But still, I mean, how much do you think a family of 4 or a family of... Now, I had a family of 6 at one time. Then after that, after my son was born, but he was born way later. He's almost like an only child. My daughter was my baby daughter at the time. She was 13. She was going to be 14. And so he was like a only child by himself. He was like one little cutie by himself. And, but at the one time, we had all 6, this is when I was married and everything, and all my children were still at home growing up. 6 children, 4, oh God, give myself 6 children. 4 children, I had my 4 girls, a husband, and myself. That's 6 people. Now, can you imagine us being without water? Nobody can take no bath. Can you imagine the stench that must be in that house? And you cannot defecate, in your toilet. You can't flush it. What do you do with that stuff? I guess you do what the people do on the van life. Get you one of them. But what do you do about drinking water? You know, you can live longer without food than you can without water. The old body needs water. And I'll drink to that. I got my H2O right here, y'all. 95% of the time I got H2O sitting over here on the side. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have breakfast this morning. I had a glass of chocolate milk. It was so good. Lord, I had to pray about that chocolate. Get me out of that chocolate milk. So I only got a little bit left of the Hershey's. You know how you buy the Hershey's in the bottle? The bottle looks good too. Look like you want to eat the bottle. And I have never gone to Hershey's, Pennsylvania. You know, that's where they make all the Hershey's. And they say once you get, in there, I guess you pay a price. Because sometimes kids used to go to, well, not my kids. I don't think my kids ever went. But I understand they go to Hershey's, Pennsylvania. And, you by appointment. You can't just let everybody come barging in there. And I don't know if you get a ticket or how that thing works. But once you go through they give you the tour. You get to eat all you want. Can you imagine that? I'm in a candy factory. I'm like Willy Wonka, Charlie. Hershey's, you get at that time I used to love Hershey's with almonds. You get anything that Hershey put out. And it's laying in bowls, they got like a big old dish or something sitting around, and you just go by and get you one. You can't just grab a handful and stuff your pocket full, nothing like that. Like some people do on Halloween. If you put your stuff in a bowl and you bring that bowl to a door like my mother did one Halloween, and this great big old 14-year-old boy comes in there with his big man-sized hands and grabs a whole handful of candy, instead of just taking 2 or 3 pieces. See, some people don't know how to act. They take advantage of, your goodness, your kindness, or they take your kindness for weakness. And, it's terrible when a person takes advantage of, somebody who's trying to do good. And people come along and but I guess that's human nature. We all have good and evil in us. We all do, good and bad, because ain't none of us perfect. Because if we were, we would not be here on this earth, trust me. Be too good. You'd be too good to be down here. Where you got to go? I'm going up yonder. I'm going up yonder to be with my Lord. I go with flow.